everybody. Hello, Charleson Agustin. I have written my speech, printed it out, because I was scared that if I wrote this down, my phone would die, and it's at 26% right now, so glad I did it. And if it flies out anywhere, just catch it, bring it back to me. So family, friends, and my cohort, I'm honored to be speaking to you today on behalf of the graduating class of 2022. I've been attending CSULB for the past 7 years now, and I didn't think this day would ever come. First thing I'd like to say, thank you very much to Sam and Diana, my vice presidents. I would have lost my mind by the end of year one if it weren't for you two. Also, a big thanks to Gloria and Merlin. The department would have lost its mind if it wasn't for you two. Also, to Kristen, George, Jody, Sharon, Joyce, J-Rod, Vanilla, and all the professors I'll now be addressing by their first names. Thank you for making us into the clinicians we are today. Whew, I've been waiting for pretty much the first day since I know to be president and making a speech to say that, so I should be able to say that, right? To quote Andy from The Office, I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. And I know this is one of those moments where we must remember to step back and realize we're living it right now. I remember making paper mache brains week one of PT school and thinking, oh no, this is not that bad. Then week two rolled around and got the ground running, probably sprinting. And then that fall semester, if you guys remember, I had to look back at our pretty much just our transcripts. And I never would have imagined that studying for 7 classes and 3 labs, basically 10 classes altogether, in one semester would ever be possible. If PT school has taught me anything, it's taught me how to be more kind to myself. We've made many sacrifices, gave 3 years of our life. We went through numerous cycles of burnout and probably cried more than once to get to where we are today. And on top of this, we managed to make this happen during a pandemic, racial injustice, and encroachment of women's rights, which 10 out of 10 would not recommend. It's time to look back and be proud of all we've accomplished. But before we do that, let's talk about swans, one of the most graceful birds on the planet, but underneath all that water, they're paddling up a freaking storm. And what you see today, sitting all of us in front of you today, is a result of endless paddling. During undergrad, I know each and every one of us were grinding away, studying for hours on end, hoping to prove to a DPT program that we belonged there, that we deserved to be in that 2% of 2,200 applicants. And here we are now. We are that 2%. Now we're this close to putting it all into action under our own license, reinforced with many years of studying, hard work, and perseverance. But even with that said, I still don't feel like I'm ready. I know there will be more than one treatment session where I could have done better. During PT school, my inner voice would suck sometimes, just a terrible audience member in the peanut gallery. I would tell myself I don't belong here, that there were far smarter individuals that would make better PTs, and even now I still struggle with imposter syndrome. But some see self-doubt as an invitation to be greater. Every day we have this opportunity to prove to ourselves that we are ready. I know we haven't seen it all, but eventually with all these opportunities to perfect our craft, I'll find comfort in the uncomfortable. There will always be times where I fall, in and outside of PT school. And in any case, I'd rather fall forward than backwards, because at least then I'll be able to see what I'm about to hit. We spent so much time to get to where we are now. I hope we never forget that we can't pour from an empty cup. At the peak of the pandemic, when attendance of Zoom University was at an all-time high, I bought a masterclass membership to distract myself from studying, because what the hell else am I going to do in a lockdown? Daniel Pink, a masterclass speaker, said something I'll never forget. Talk to yourself as if you're talking to a good friend. And so I did that. And little by little, that toxic inner voice quieted to a whisper, and I'd hear a friend, a supporter instead, who would tell me to keep trying and to fall forward. So today, I'll be your speaker and your supporter to fail and grow from those mistakes. While it may be frightening, it will be rewarding. because the chances you take, the people you love, the lives you change, and the way you care for yourself, that is what's gonna define you. So my friends of the cohort of the DPT class of 2022, when you leave here today, I challenge you to never be discouraged, never hold back, be kind to yourself, and remember this, fall forward. Congratulations, everyone. I love you all. We did it!